Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Aussie today? Well, quite simple. We're going to get a gap down and possibly a nice short brewing. The challenge that I have is that we do have these moving averages pointing up and about to cross. And this is on the daily, but look how far out the Bollinger we are on the oscillators. So I am expecting a move to the downside. And the other thing that is backing that up for me at the moment is we have 10 cent down 4.7% at the moment. So I bet you at the bottom dollar that we will get a gap down. Okay, so let's just have a look at the 4 hour, sort of see what we've got to see there. So this is basically going to be a bounce off the 4 hour 200 EMA. You can see how the oscillators are grouped to the top, stepped outside, off the level. So pretty much break below the low of Friday, which coincides with these two tails here, which gives us a level, is going to give us a gap move to the downside. But you're pretty much going to have something similar to what happened on Friday, where we got this massive gap up and then we just hovered and went sideways. Okay, so I think expect more of the same. And I think if you look at this gap up was 1,000 points. I'm pretty much expecting the same thing to happen. Gap down and then see what happens. But for now, it is overbought, so you would expect a bit of a gap down. The thing to bear in mind is that we have formed a higher high. Okay, so we did break through this level, we formed a higher high. So you would expect us to come back slightly and then gather our thoughts for a move to the upside. But at this stage, really difficult one to trade. You should have been short on Friday, but there's no ways I would have been short on Friday. Not after the gap up with non-farm payrolls, which was positive and a whole lot of good things happening. So you're going to have to wait and see. I don't think you're going to get a chance to ride this short, and you may get a little bit. For example, there was what's this? So there was pretty much a 1,000-point move to the upside after the open, which was you could have played. And we'll look at that on the half hour and you'll see it. So there's nothing really else on the hour here. I'm pretty confident we're going to drop below here, but I think what we can watch for is sort of this area here of 46,875, and that's kind of the area that I would expect us to form some form of a base or get some buyers to step in. Now, from where we closed at 1,200 points, so what you may find is a 1,000-point gap down, gather our thoughts, and then move to the upside. Okay, things to watch out for. Sorry, not that. Are pretty much that this trend line here has broken. Okay, so that's one thing to watch out for. And I don't think it's not really a wedge or anything else like that, but it is a kind of a channel break. So you would expect us, this is your first target, then your second target's going to be, if this fails, then you're going to find this gap will close. If that fails, then you're going to be tackling sort of these tails and this bottom gap. Now, ideally, I'd like to see all the gaps closed before we move back to the upside, but yeah, doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. Okay, so let's just quick look at the half hour, and I just want to clean all the noise up. So we've got a crossover of the moving averages here. We are outside the Bollinger. We've got a twist here, so I do suspect we're going to get something. I just want to pick up the 200 moving average here. Yes, see how far off. And you can see how the half hour is pretty close as well. So that's kind of my view on this. This gap is definitely going to close today. The big question, the gap down, we'll leave that gap. It's going to leave us an abandoned baby on the daily. Oh, sorry, a shooting star on the baby. Shooting star on the daily. get it right eventually, and that would pretty much mean we're looking for a deeper pullback. Okay, so that's kind of my view on this at the moment. Let's just have a look at the ichimoku. So we'll start on the half hour. The half hour is kind of, we've got a very strong move up here, but there is a potential short brewing. Nothing confirmed yet. Kijisen, Tegensen flat, Cloud is flat, Chico's band is above price. So there's nothing really here that's saying short just yet. And same on the daily, flat, flat, Cloud is flat. The picture here on the daily with Williams percentage R is indicating a potential move to the upside. So we could get a gap down, and you can see this gap close is definitely going to come into play today, and it is the Kijisen. So if we can hold this level here of 475.90, then you can expect some upside. Expect a bounce off here and a move to the upside. So if this level gives way, then you have the 200 moving average, which is down here. Okay, and what you could also find is a gap all the way past this level down, find some support, rally up, and then bounce back to the downside. Okay, so this oscillator here is indicating we are a little bit oversold. The 4 hour, the trend is very strong to the upside. If you look at how these Kijisen and Tegensen are pointing up, and we've broken through the cloud. Chico's band has broken through the cloud, and you've got these levels here that are breaking through. So a 4 hour ichimoku is saying trend is up, but you are looking for a pullback. So you're looking for one of these levels to hold before you get back into this. And the third level that you want to watch is the cloud. Okay, so that's kind of my outlook at the moment. Definitely going to get a gap down. The question is, where do we sort of form a base and gather our thoughts for a move back to the upside? And I think expect lots more volatility. You can just see how 10 cents up 9%, what was it, 6 or 7%? Yes, on Friday down 4%. Yeah, so it's sort of swinging 4% at a time at the moment. So it just shows you how manipulated that is right now. And unfortunately, that drives the South African top 40. Okay, so yeah, so guys, that's kind of my view on this at the moment. Definitely going to be a gap down, and I'm not so sure you're going to get in on the move. You may get in on sort of a 12-minute time frame. But you can see we did get a crossover on the 12 minutes. So if you're watching the 12 or 15 minutes, you've got potential. You should already be short, pretty much. But there's no ways I'm short over a weekend. So so I think watch what happens here. You're going to get a bounce down. Pick a time frame that you're going to watch this on, and just trade according to that time frame. So you'll see on the 12 or 15, you'll more than likely get a gap down, then a bit of sideways during the first half hour, then maybe a little bit of a gap down, a little bit of a rally up, and then sort of gather his thoughts and then push hard to the downside as the guys sell. But for me, I think really just going to be watching the hour on the Aussie, and you can see here you had a break through the cloud, and to me this was your entry, because you had this massive gap up, first green vol, and that was a long entry there, and you basically held that, and would have got out of it at the 200 EMA. Okay, so, and that's on the 4 hour. So I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback, but the trend is very strong to the upside at this stage. So you're gonna have to wait and see what happens. So expect a half decent pullback, and then that's going to give you opportunity to get long again. Okay, so that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.